It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, November the 18th, 2021. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. A celebration of life memorial service for Roxanne Winders, 65 of Lasbuddy, is set for 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, November the 20th, at the Old First Baptist Church in Lasbuddy. Roxanne quietly died on November the 17th. She was born on December the 28th, 1955, in Paris, Texas, to M.C. Jr. Bud and Lillian Street. She was the youngest of 5 children raised on a cattle ranch south of Muleshoe. She graduated from Muleshoe High School and married Mike Winders in Lasbuddy, May the 25th, 1974. Always a daddy's girl, Roxanne preferred to be outdoors, riding horses with her brothers. As a devoted wife, mom, nana, she worked by Mike's side on the farm and helped with the livestock. Her knowledge of cattle helped the success of Winders Trucking for the past 26 years. Roxanne was an excellent cook. Also, she was known for her homemade pies and Christmas candies. She loved the Lord and enjoyed being with people. Her strong sense of humor and ability to tell interesting stories always drew an audience. She worked part-time at Texona Feeders, dispatching trucks, Flag Elevator, and as a substitute teacher at Lasbuddy Schools, where she shared her knowledge and faith with students. Roxanne was preceded in death by her parents, a son Joshua in 1980, a grandson Grant in 2006. Through personal tragedies and health problems, Roxanne never wavered in her faith and was a strong witness of God's ever-present strength. She faced her passing with a desire to be with the Lord and comforted her family with her peace and love. Roxanne is survived by her husband of 47 years, Mike, 2 daughters, Michelle and Todd McDaniel of Lasbuddy, Melanie Winders of Fort Worth, 1 son Justin Winders, and wife Stacy of Lubbock, 7 grandchildren, Madison and Ethan Larson of Lasbuddy, Whitney and Nathan Stanford of Lubbock, Mallory McDaniel of Lubbock, Gentry McDaniel of Lasbuddy, Mackenzie Winders of Lubbock, Crease Winders of Plainview, Sarley Herring of Lubbock, 2 great-grandsons, Barrett Stanford and Brody Larson, 3 brothers, Jim and wife Paula Street of Lake Dallas, Matt and Janie Street of Amarillo, and John Street of Muleshoe. 1 sister survives her, Vicky and her husband Kirby Birch of Lasbuddy, many beloved nieces and nephews. The family would suggest to express their heartfelt gratitude to U.S. Renal Care of Clovis and Interim Hospice of Levelland for the care that they provided. In lieu of flowers, the family suggests memorials be sent to the American Kidney Fund, Dialysis, or Restored Christian Fellowship Church in Dimmitt. And repeating, a celebration of life memorial service for Roxanne Winders, 65 of Lasbuddy, is set for 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, November the 20th, at the Old First Baptist Church in Lasbuddy. Roxanne died on November the 17th. Please keep the Winders family on your prayer list today. Church service for Fernando Toscano, 64 of Muleshoe, was held yesterday morning at 11 a.m. Wednesday, November the 17th, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Mercado officiating. Burial was held in the Bailey County Cemetery following. Fernando died on Friday, November the 12th, here in Muleshoe. He was born June the 7th, 1957, in Manthus, Texas, to Frank and Maria Guadalupe Garcia Toscano. He married Rosalinda Quintanilla in Muleshoe October 31st, 1980. Fernando enjoyed playing softball and played for the Senior League in Lubbock. He loved to dance and took great pleasure in raising his roosters. He is preceded in death by 2 daughters, Michelle Toscano and Jenny Toscano, his parents, and a sister, Mary Jane Toscano. Fernando is survived by his wife, Rosalinda, his son, Fernando L. Toscano of Muleshoe, a daughter, Veronica Toscano, and Raymond Flores of Muleshoe. His 4 brothers, Frank Toscano Jr. of Earth, Furman Toscano of Sudan, Fabian Toscano of Hereford, Felipe Toscano of Hereford, and 10 grandchildren, Beatrice Buenuelos, Maria Toscano, Jonathan Salinas, Cruz Flores, Elena Gomez, Ariana Gomez, Amader Toscano, Michelle Toscano, Lupita Toscano, and Davian Flores, and his two great-grandchildren, Zane Benuelos and Zariah Benuelos, all survive him. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com, and please keep the family of Fernando Toscano on your prayer list. Again, his funeral services were held yesterday, Wednesday morning, November the 17th, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Burial followed at the Bailey County Cemetery. Everyone in the Muleshoe area is invited to the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance Community Thanksgiving Service. It will be held this coming Sunday evening, November the 21st at 6 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe. And, of course, again, it's hosted by the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance. The message will be given Sunday evening by Father Sergio Leal. Lots of music from other musicians and ministers here in the Muleshoe area. So make sure and join the Bailey County Ministerial Alliance Sunday evening at 6 p.m. beginning at the First United Methodist Church for their annual community Thanksgiving service. Everyone is invited. Again, the message for Thanksgiving will be provided by Father Sergio Leal. Well, the final Mary Nell Bleeker estate sale will be held this weekend on Saturday only, November the 20th, and it will be from 1 until 5 p.m. or until everything is gone. It will be at Mary Nell's old house at 1808 West Birch Avenue in the Harvey Addition behind the Chinese restaurant. They have furniture, dining table, 2-leaf and 6 wooden chairs, bedroom set, divan, recliner chair, bookcases, end tables, TV consoles, vacuum cleaners, antiques, dishes, canners, and jars, butane grill, porch swing, and lots more. And that's the final Bleeker estate sale. Will be held this weekend on Saturday, November the 20th at 1808 West Birch Avenue in the Harvey Addition behind the Chinese restaurant, 1 until 5 p.m. or until everything is gone. Well, a huge congratulations goes out to Coach Richards and the Muleshoe Mules as they won their first playoff game in the last several years. Last Thursday night at Littlefield, they beat the Brownfield Cubs 21-17. The Mules ran a total of 67 plays. Brownfield ran 61 Thursday night. Then they had 340 yards total, the Mules did, and the Cubs 314. 141 passing yards and 229 for the Cubs, but the Mules had the upper hand big time in rushing yards, 199 to Brownfield's 85. They had 20 first downs. The Cubs had 15. And so congratulations to the Mules as they beat Brownfield for the by-district championship to bring it back home to Muleshoe, 21-17. Last week on Thursday at Littlefield. So that sets up a big showdown this coming Friday. Tomorrow, they will meet Jim Ned in the area playoff round at 3:30 in the afternoon at Lowry Field in Lubbock. Muleshoe will be the visitors there at Lowry in Lubbock Friday afternoon. Jim Ned is going to be a tough opponent as they are undefeated on the season. And they are 11-0. They beat Peaster last week on Friday at Stephenville. It was 49-12. And again, Tuscola Jim Ned is 11-0 on the 2021 season. And the Mules beat Brownfield 21-17. And so they will face Jim Ned now 3:30 p.m. tomorrow on Friday, November the 19th at Lowry Field in Lubbock. The Mules will be the visitors. This is the first playoff run that the Mules have made since 2017. That year, which was Coach David Wood's last year, we beat Crane in the by-district round 35-29 and then lost in the area round in 2017 to Merkel 28-27. The year prior, in 2016, the Mules beat Kermit in by-district 68-12. Beat Breckenridge in area 47-35 before losing in the regional semifinals to Brock 48-19. So the first playoff run we've done since 2017 for the Mules, and we couldn't be prouder. Good luck to the Mules Friday afternoon as they take on Jim Ned. Also, there was a by-district game here in Muleshoe Friday night last week at Benny Douglas Stadium, where Abernathy, very surprisingly to me at least, defeated Freona 33-14 to put an end to a really good Freona Chieftains 2021 season. Really thought Freona would go on and beat Abernathy, but Abernathy pulls out the upset 33-14 here in the by-district round from Benny Douglas Stadium Friday night in Muleshoe. That's 3A Division II. Now, the pep rally for the Mules will be tomorrow morning at 8:10 a.m. at the Muleshoe High School Gymnasium. Also, they will have an early dismissal on Friday for the game as well, as all four campuses will dismiss around noontime here in the Muleshoe area, so you can make it to the playoff game at 3:30 in Lubbock. There was a really good write-up about the Jim Ned's by-district game versus Peaster that appeared Saturday in the Abilene Reporter News, written by Carson Field. Gives you a lot of insight into the Jim Ned football team, and you can find it. We tweeted it out this past weekend. But the Jim Ned is, let me see, they are 11-0 as we mentioned, but also they have won 25 games in a row dating back to last season. So Jim Ned is going to be a tough opponent here in the area round. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition is brought to you by Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Well, down at the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D here in Muleshoe, they'll be having Fran Hamilton entertaining on the piano during lunch tomorrow on Friday, November the 19th. Tuesday, November the 23rd next week, Matter of Balance will meet to work out at 10 a.m. Then Pizza, Pan, Chalk, Board Craft will be done at 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon next week. Bingo Loteria at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, November 24th. And the Senior Center will be closed for Thanksgiving on the 25th and Friday, November 26th. For lunch, they'll be serving fish or chicken strips tomorrow on the 19th, Friday. Monday next week, the 22nd, chicken rice, casserole, black-eyed peas, carrots, fruit cocktail, wheat roll. Then on Tuesday, beef stew, turnip greens, black forest parfait, cornbread. Then on Wednesday, charboiled beef patty with peppers and onions, garlic, mashed potatoes, beets, mandarin oranges, and a wheat roll. And as we mentioned before, the Senior Center is closed next week for Thanksgiving on the 25th. And Friday the 26th. It is time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy, right here in Muleshoe, your locally home-owned hometown pharmacy, located at 1411 West American Boulevard. Christine Isaacson or Crystal Alicon or any of their great employees. They remind you now that the CDC has recommended that all children ages 5 and up get vaccinated now against COVID-19. Find out more by calling 806-272-7511 and come in 1411 West American Boulevard now to get your kids vaccinated along with yourself or any other adults that are unvaccinated now here in the Muleshoe area. Also, K&K Pharmacy says let them help you shop for your Christmas gifts and wrap them as well. All they need to know is the price range, the likes and dislikes of the gift receiver, and if you want the gift wrapped or not, call today for more information, 806-272-7511. K&K Pharmacy, they can help you get ready for the Christmas season. Well, some really wild weather is extremely high, warm temperatures unseasonably for several days this week. Lots of wind, other calm days this week as well, and now some really cold weather. As this morning, about 7 a.m., it was only 15 degrees here in the Muleshoe area, but we've warmed up into the lower 50s as of 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon. The high on Monday was 84. The low was 26. The high again on Tuesday, 83. Low was 35. Then much cooler yesterday on Wednesday as a front came through, and windy as the high was 54 and the low was 33. Looking at our weather forecast for the next 7 days here for the Muleshoe area, brought to you by K&K Pharmacy. Sunny today, high near 53, so we're just about at our high for the day. South winds around 10 miles per hour, mostly clear tonight, low around 27. Sunny on Friday, playoff football day, high near 65, so 10 degrees warmer or so. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, then partly cloudy Friday night, low around 38. Beginning the weekend on Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 74, so even warmer. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, mostly cloudy. Saturday night, low around 38. Partly sunny on Sunday, high near 59. Mostly clear Sunday night, low around 29. Sunny with a high near 64 on Monday. Next week, west-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, then partly cloudy. Monday night, low around 34. Mostly sunny on Tuesday. High near 70, partly cloudy, low around 40 on Tuesday night. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 64. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, good luck to the Lady Mules as they continue on the start of their basketball season. They will be on Thursday, today, Friday, and Saturday, November 18th, 19th, and 20th, participating in the Friendship Tournament there in Lubbock. So good luck to the Lady Mules. The JV Lady Mules will be in action Friday and Saturday, November 19th and 20th, at the Lasbuddy Basketball Tournament. The speech and debate will be in action at Canyon at the WT A&MU Speech and Debate Tournament, and then robotics will be in competition at Denver City, both of those on Saturday, November the 20th. The second grade Christmas program will be put on at the cafeteria at Dillman Elementary on November the 30th. The performances will be at 10 a.m. and then at 6 p.m. We will film one of those two performances, and so look for it on Saturday, December the 1st. We'll release the second grade Christmas program. Thanks so much to the music teacher at Dillman for inviting us, Dee Dee Smith. I got that wrong. We will release the video of the second grade Christmas program on Wednesday, December 1st, and the performances will be on November the 30th on Tuesday, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. there at Dillman Elementary of the second grade Christmas program. Sorry for getting that wrong. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated, Texas, and get vaccinated Muleshoe for you, your family, your community, and for your country. And Muleshoe Area Medical Center can give you those vaccines you need now, not only for the flu season approaching, but COVID-19 as well. Call 806-272-4524. Also, they remind you to continue your recovery close to home. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, the Swing Bed program can help at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Call the Swing Bed coordinator at 806-272-4524 or go by muleshoehospital.com/recovery on their website for more information. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center, again, call 806-272-4524. And looking at our COVID-19 update for this week, according to the Texas Department of Health, we're up to 8 active cases as of yesterday on Wednesday, November the 18th for Bailey County. And the mortality number for those who have died due to COVID-19 in Bailey County has jumped to 28 deaths here during the COVID-19 pandemic. As far as vaccines in Bailey County go, only those that's 5 and over that have been fully vaccinated stands at 39% of the Bailey County population, and those 65 and over who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 are 69% of the county's population. Well, the planning stages are here and being done for a retirement reception, a community-wide retirement reception, thanking Dr. Bruce Purdy and his wife Cindy for his 45 years of service as a medical practitioner here to the hospital. And he and Cindy are moving to Lubbock. He will continue to practice just a few days a week at his clinic through the end of December. The community retirement reception is being planned for Friday, December the 17th from 4 until 6 p.m. at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. We'll have more information on that and coming as we get closer, but mark that down on your calendar now. Friday, December the 17th, 4 until 6 p.m. at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall, a community-wide retirement reception honoring Dr. Bruce Purdy and his wife Cindy as he is retiring at the end of the year, and Cindy and Bruce are moving to Lubbock. Spoke with Dennis Fleener, our CEO administrator at our local Muletrain Medical Center, and recently also Dr. Burke has resigned from our hospital, and so they are actively working to quickly find a full-time doctor to come in here to Muleshoe to our hospitals. So keep that on your prayer list that they get that done here in the very near future. Go to our website now, muleshoetv.com, and we have several new programs from this past week that you can see, including the DeShazo 5th grade music program From the Inside Out. It was directed by Susan White, the music director at DeShazo Elementary, and you can see it in its entirety, that 5th grade music fall program From the Inside Out, available on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. That is our November Meet Your Neighbor program brought to you by United Supermarkets. Then from a couple days prior to that, you can see the Muleshoe High School Veterans Day program that was held there at the Carrie Moore Auditorium, which includes a welcome by Greg Hill, invocation by Michaela Toscano, pledges by Natalie Ambrose and Brendan Davis, national anthem by the Mighty M Band, then the song Tears of Arizona performed by the band as well. They have recognitions of veterans by Humberto Gonzalez, a video presentation of the Medal of Honor recipient Florent Groberg, then a presentation on his service and what being a veteran means by Eddie Alvarado. Then the presidential proclamation is read by Humberto Gonzalez and taps played by Jonathan Chavez, and a benediction by Stephen Butler. That's from the MHS Veterans Day program held last week at the Carrie Moore Auditorium, and also on our front page, last week's live stream from the Muleshoe City Council meeting. All that available free of charge on demand on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. On your prayer list today, remember, please, Carolyn Johnson Turner, as she had knee surgery this week, and also along with her new husband, Royce, Jeff Skipworth, Bruce and Cindy Purdy as they move from Muleshoe, Ronnie Angeli, Megan Reynolds. Mom will have several appointments tomorrow and Friday, including first time meeting with a speech pathologist. Remember Marilyn Cox and Temple and Ruby Green. Maureen Hooten, who has recently moved to Lubbock. We have her address here if you want to write it down. Legacy at South Plains, 10711 Indiana Avenue, apartment 414, Lubbock, Texas 79423. Keep Daryl Embry on your prayer list. Judy Wilbanks, Larry Combs, Kearney Scoggin, Betty Ott, Ed and Carol Cox, Carolyn Stovall, J.W. Harrington, Melvin Tom Bratcher, Margaret Berman, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Marjorie Morgan, Wanda Cockerham, Teresa McNabb, Connie Alanis, along with her husband Robert, Paul Hammer, Renee Copley, Orvis Burris, Bill Vandiver, Kelvin Johnson. On your prayer list today, please remember those families that are grieving the loss of a loved one, which include Fernando Toscano, the family of Roxanne Winders. Lasbuddy needs to be on your prayer list today. The family of Tony Poteet, MHS graduate in the class of 1971. Keep the family of Anne Marie Clayton Kelly of Spring Lake, formerly of Spring Lake, on your prayer list today. Maria Cruz Rodriguez of Earth needs to be on your prayer list today. The family of J.C. Gatewood, along with the family of Robert Fuentes. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program along with all of our archived older ones available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Thanksgiving in Tokyo. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCEC. COOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Chloe Steinhagen of Georgetown spent some time in Japan. She lived on the outskirts of Tokyo.
I was sharing a home with two other Americans, and my two housemates and I decided we would have some of our Japanese friends. It was Thanksgiving time, and we would introduce them to turkey.
It took her a bicycle ride, 2 subway rides, and a train ride to get to an American market. She bought a frozen turkey. It was in a paper bag.
I rode my first subway, and no problem, and second subway, and everything going swimmingly, and I was on the train on the way out to Kunitachi, which is where I lived, and all of a sudden, I look down, and I see this little rivulet of pink, watery stuff running down the train, down the aisle. And I went, oh, no. And I look at the bag, and I can see this paper bag is wet. Oh, no, the turkey is beginning to thaw. And I can see all this pinkish, watery stuff running down the middle of the train, and I looked up, and the Japanese, it was packed, and they were all looking at the water. Their eyes were averted as far as looking at me. They weren't going to look at me, but they were looking at that water, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's going through their mind? This is just awful. So we finally got to my stop, and very rapidly I picked up the bag to get off the train with my turkey, and the bottom of the bag fell out because it was all wet, and my turkey landed right in the middle of the aisle of this train. And nobody laughed. I mean, in America, I guess everybody would have just broken out in a big hee-haw, but nobody said a word. Nobody laughed. And I gathered up my cold, wet turkey and got off the train to get home to my home where I could ride my bicycle back to my house.
Chloe Steinhagen of Georgetown. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.